Doing the play-by-play.
All right, okay. And the pleasure's yours.
Oh, yes, it is.
All right, here's Wright. We'll start with him. Right-hand hitter. George is batting .242. He has 5 home runs, 31 runs batted in. Wright went 2 for 5 in the first game of the doubleheader. Tommy John winds, and the one-strike pitch to him is taken over but low for a ball, 1-1. Now, no sooner we get the Yankees lineup straightened out than the Rangers change theirs, but we'll take them as they come. Nettles is in at third, and the pitch is bounced to Nettles. Graig has it. A little trouble with the sun. Throws to first in time. Sounds strange to say on a ground ball, but it was a high bouncer, and Graig was squinting up into the sunlight, but he picked it off, and Wright is gone.
You know, they used to get on Billy Lowe's when, I remember in the World Series against us, he claimed he lost the ball in the sun, one hopper back to the mound, and there was evidence it can be done.
Sure it can. Left-hand hitting Johnny Grubb steps in, and he takes a strike. Grubb is hitting .296 according to our computerized scoreboard. Pitch to him is low, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. John working quickly, offers inside. The Yankees have an outfield of Winfield in left, Griffey in center, and Gamble in right. John's pitch, line, pass, Collins at first base. Ball bounced over his glove into the right field corner, and Grubb will have a 2-bagger. So the first hit of the ball game goes to John Grubb, and Bill Stein is the batter. The Yankee infield is Nettles at third, Smalley at short, Scott at second, and Collins at first. I did not get the announcement as to why Willie Randolph is not playing after he was in the original lineup.
Yeah, I didn't either. Well, Brian Ferguson says they wanted to give him the entire day off.
Oh. Stein swings. It's a high fly ball to left. Winfield comes on, settles under it, and makes the catch. I got one question then, Scooter. Why did they have him in the original starting lineup?
I don't know. No, strange things are happening. I got to wonder if we don't see Mazzilli on the bench or in the game at all, whether a deal was not made between games.
Anyway, with 2 outs, Grubb at second. Here is Dave Hostetler. Rather large first baseman. A very fine young man. 19 home runs, 48 RBIs. He's had 3 home runs in this series. Batting .272 for the year. John comes set, and the pitch to him. Taken low, bounces away from Foot, but he blocks the ball partially and holds Grubb at second. Barry Foot is doing the catching as Cerone gets a rest here in the nightcap. The Rangers won the first game 6-4 with Danny Darwin getting the win over Shane Rawley, and Larry Parrish winning it with a home run with a man on. 1-0 to Hostetler. Of Hostetler's 3 home runs, he has pulled 1 deep into the left field seats, hit 1 over the right center field wall, and hit 1 over the right field fence. He grounds 1 to short, picked up there by Smalley. The throw to first base. Nice stretch by Collins, and they've got him. No runs, a base hit. And the man is left. At the end of 1/2 inning, the Rangers nothing, and the Yankees come to bat.
Blue. Blue.
Come up to the Blue Canada.
Labatt's Blue. Your first taste will tell you why Blue is the single most popular beer in all of Canada. Labatt's Blue, Canada's leading name in beer.
Labatt's Blue. Come up to the #1 Blue.
Labatt Importers, Amherst, New York.
Come on up.
Blue.
It was just a habit I got into. Whenever I laughed, I kind of covered my mouth with my hand like this, you know. One day, it dawned on me that I was doing this because I was embarrassed by my teeth. They were really yellow from smoking.
Topol Smoker's Tooth Polish, a special combination of polishing agents and a rich foaming cleaner formulated to help remove ugly yellow tobacco stains. Extensive laboratory research has proven Topol gentle enough to be used instead of regular toothpaste.
My teeth are nice and bright again.
Topol, mint flavor in the blue package, fluoride in the red.
Ow, why'd you slap my hand?
Stop nibbling the food till it's cooked.
I'm starving.
Well, control yourself. You know you should lose weight.
I'd love to, but I hate starving and taking pills.
Try the AIDS diet plan.
AIDS?
Appetite suppressant candy cubes.
Both AIDS cubes and diet pills help curb hunger, but AIDS do more. Help satisfy your need to taste, chew, and enjoy.
More meat?
I'm fine, dear.
You're sticking to your diet.
Thanks to AIDS.
AIDS help curb hunger and satisfy taste. Use only as directed.
WLVL Niagara.
Well, I believe I might stop in Sierra Martin in the Elizabeth store from Martin Brothers. Might get a chance to see a game in the World Series.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Well, not too shabby.
You know, I haven't seen her. I feel remiss at not having been down, and I keep waiting for her to come out. And if he's been here, I haven't seen him.
No, he was here the other night when Paul Blair had all the kids from his baseball school here, but he looks good. He had been ill, wasn't feeling too well, but he's back in shape now. Pat Salanto in excellent shape again. Both of them were a little under the weather, but they have both come back. Overcome adversity better than I did anyway.
Well, you look like you're in pretty good shape.
Now I'm in good shape. Now the medical reports are all in. Got my cholesterol down.
Hey, right now we got another one of the mysteries of baseball. The sun's been out for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and the outfielders now, after taking the field, come in to get sunglasses.
It was very cloudy and overcast the whole first game. Frank told you, and that's good news, because we got to fly to Detroit right after the game.
Go to Motown.
Motown, and I don't want any thunderstorms en route.
No, Scooter, you'll go right to sleep as you always do on the airplane.
I wish I could.
I'm like you. I can't sleep on a plane.
Nope.
I don't like to sleep traveling. I'm afraid I'll miss something. Like the meal.
Very good.
Here's Collins. Dave is batting .267 as he steps in. And the pitch to him, a high fastball from Dave Schmidt, rather. Remember Schmidt last year, Scooter? Rangers leading 1-0 here at the stadium. He deals, and it's lined to right, base hit. Collins leads off the bottom half of the first with a single. First time we saw Dave Schmidt. Rangers had a 1-0 lead. The Yankees had a runner at third and Winfield up, and Don Zimmer brought Schmidt in. He got Winfield out on a ground ball to third. That was his first Major League save, his first really decision in the Major Leagues. So Collins, who took the color in the first game, has a base hit. He went 0 for 5 in the opener. And the batter will be Rodney Scott. Well, something's wrong with Collins now first. Got something in his eye, or is he dizzy? What is it? Oh, he got a speck of dirt, I think, blew up in his eye. So trainer Gene Monahan will go out to take a look.
I used to hate this when the trainer would come out. I don't know whether they still do the same thing. They used to get one of those little Q-tips and roll your eyelid back, and I always thought my eyeball was going to fall out.
See, they knew more than you did.
They did.
Who was the Yankee trainer when you played?
Gene Mark. Prior to Gene was Eddie Froelich.
Oh, yeah.
Prior to Froelich was Doc Painter. Doc Painter, who trained when the Babe Ruth Lou Gehrig era. And then, it's Gus Moore, the old National League, just corrected me. I want to see if he was alert. It was Gus Mark.
Right.
March, not Mark.
And a throw to second base, and Collins steals. Collins may have been decoying with all that dirt in his eye. He set sail on the first pitch to Scott, which was a ball, and stole second. So it's 1 ball, no strike count to Rodney Scott. Scott was 1 for 3 in the first game. Switch hitter, he's batting left-handed against Dave Schmidt. Schmidt has a record of 2-3, making only his 4th start. And he deals, and it is bunted out and fouled at the plate. Schmidt has relieved 23 times this year with 5 saves, 2 wins, 3 losses. Though Schmidt will be working a 1-1 pitch in to Rodney Scott. The Rangers have John Grubb in left, George Wright in center, and Larry Parrish in right. And if I were Scott, I would be very upset, as shallow as they were playing.
Oh, man, are they in again?
I can't believe it. They're in so shallow. Here's the pitch, and it's grounded to the right side of Richardt. The second baseman has it and throws him out. Collins goes to third, so Scott moves the runner up with a ground out to the right side of the diamond. And Oscar Gamble will bat. Oscar is hitting .248. Oscar pinch hit in the first game, had a screaming line drive that was caught by Hostetler. Key play in the ball game. The Rangers won the first game 6-4. They bring the infield in with a runner at third and 1 out. Even though it's the first inning, Darrell Johnson has his infield playing in. Let's see if Gamble can take advantage of it. The outfield swung well around to right, and the pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1. Gamble was trying to hit that one up on the courthouse.
Yeah, not only over the infield and over the outfield, you're right.
Big gap down the left field line for Gamble. But Oscar is a pull hitter. 12 home runs, 35 RBIs. Pitch is high. A ball and a strike. In 76 innings this year, Schmidt has allowed 77 hits. He has walked 16 and struck out 53. A good earned run average of a 2.48. And that is exactly Gamble's batting average, 248. Curveball is over. A ball and 2 strikes. Collins at third, 1 away. The Yankees trying to break on top. The Yankees this year are 41-7 in games in which they have scored first. A 1-2 pitch, and there it is. Fly ball to right field, and it's in for the base hit and bounces by. Parrish all the way to the wall. Collins is in to score. Gamble around second on his way to third. The ball into Richardt. No throw to third base, and Gamble pulls in standing up. The Yankees lead 1-0. Gambled on a shoestring catch and let the ball get by him for a triple. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankees Baseball Network.
Hi, this is Clip Smith. Join Robin Lynn and me for every Monday at 10:05 every Monday on WLVL Lockport, the spirit of Niagara.
Here's Dave Winfield with Gamble at third. Parrish gambled on a shoestring catch, and the ball skipped by him all the way to the wall. Scored a triple for Gamble. A run batted in, of course. Oscar's 36th, and Winfield up. The infield stays in. And the pitch to Winfield. Bounced foul. Winfield was 1 for 4 in the first game. He is 5 for 12 in the series with a home run. Batting .303. Stein and Tolleson on the left side of the infield may have their fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's taken low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Winfield. As hard as Winfield can hit a ball, and he usually hits that line drive or a hard grounder, he's a little bit scary playing in tight. Plate umpire for the second game is Dallas Parks, whose parents are here in the ballpark this afternoon. The 1-1 pitch. Winfield hits a fly ball to left center field. It should be caught, and Gamble should score. Wright makes the catch, and Gamble comes in to score on the sacrifice fly. The Yankees lead 2-0. Winfield flies out to the center fielder, George Wright, but more than deep enough to get the run in. Winfield 66th run batted in. And now Graig Nettles with the bases empty and 2 outs. Al McRae of Kansas City started the day as the RBI leader in the American League with 96. But now with 66, Winfield will be among the leaders. He should be in the top 10. Pitch to Nettles is down low. Andre Thornton has knocked in 86. Cecil Cooper prior to today, 84. Greg Luzinski of Chicago, 73. The line for the 1-0 pitch to Nettles is low. Ball 2. Baltimore has a 6-4 lead over Kansas City. They're in the 7th inning. Pitch on the way. Nettles fouls it over toward the Yankees dugout. The Yankees try to gain a split on the afternoon. The Rangers won the opener 6-4. Larry Parrish homered off Rudy May, but the go-ahead run was on base at the expense of Shane Rawley, who took the loss. Now the wind by Schmidt, the 2-1 pitch. Line foul into the seats down the right field line. Oakland leads Minnesota 4-2 in the 7th. Toronto 7, Detroit 4 in the 8th. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nettles, a .230 hitter at the moment. 11 homers, 38 runs batted in. And the right-hander Schmidt rocks and deals. Nettles takes low and in. Ball 3. Walked him. Ball 4 outside. So Schmidt gives up a walk. Nettles is on, and Roy Smalley, the Yankee shortstop, will bat. Smalley is batting .260 as he comes up. Smalley was 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs in the first game. He's had 5 hits in this series. And 6 runs batted in the series.
He gets hot. He gets those streaks going.
Throw to first base and no play. The set by Schmidt. And the pitch to Smalley. Strike called. Smalley, a switch hitter, is batting left. The set and the pitch. Hit in the air to center field. Wright drifts back. Backpedaling, makes the catch for the 3rd out. But the Yankees score a pair of runs on a pair of hits, and they leave a man. At the end of 1, it's New York 2, Texas nothing.
Eastern Airlines, with more than 50 years of experience serving North America, has spread its wings to become the leader to all the Americas. No other airline can connect you with more cities between the American continent. For example, Eastern offers daily wide-body service from New York to 11 cities in 8 Latin American countries, including non-stop flights to Panama City, plus through service to such major centers as Bogota, Lima, Quito, and Santiago. And wherever you go, whenever you go, take along the American Express card. It's the quick, convenient way to charge your Eastern ticket. Plus, you'll find the American Express card is welcome for almost all your other travel and entertainment needs wherever you go. The American Express card. Don't leave home without it. For full details on Eastern service throughout the Americas or for reservations, call your travel agent or Eastern Airlines.
Bush.
Well, we'll be with you from Detroit tomorrow night. Remember, we'll be on the air an hour later than normal. It is the ABC televised game of the week, so it will not start until 8:30. We'll have the pregame show at 8:15, and then all the action as the Yankees play the Detroit Tigers. Tomorrow night, game time 8:30 here on the Yankee Net. Well, the first game hero steps in. Larry Parrish, a 2-run homer, won the ball game for the Rangers. It was his 8th home run of the year. He has 36 runs batted in and a .217 batting average. John winds, and the pitch to him. A curve is over, strike call. Bill, we had just got through talking about Parrish having trouble with the curveball when Rudy hung one.
Oh, man, did he hit it. Ooh.
Ground ball back up the middle. That's a base hit. The Rangers' second hit off Tommy John. The Yankees lead 2-0, and the Rangers have the leadoff man on here in the second inning. And the batter will be Lamar Johnson. Johnson is the designated hitter in this ball game. He's batting .262 for the year with 5 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Right-hand batter. The set by John and the pitch. Outside.
Frank, was it Lamar Johnson? I don't mean to laugh if it was Lamar Johnson that struck out to end the game against LaLob.
Yes. He lines one to right. Gamble is after it and makes a great catch. An excellent catch by Gamble running to his left. The ball was not hit that high in the air. I had no idea Gamble would get to it, but he turned on the speed and made an outstanding catch.
I never thought he'd come close to it. I mean, he had to reach as far out as he could on the dead run.
Oscar made a good play. You know, we think of Gamble primarily as a designated hitter because he's been used, I guess, in that role more than he has in the outfield. But he is not a bad outfielder.
No.
He has good speed.
The 3 guys that are used primarily as DHs, Mercer, Gamble, and Piniella. I think they get the job done.
Now, I haven't seen Bobby play the outfield this year, but Piniella is not a bad outfielder.
No, he's made some great plays.
Here's Mike Richardt with 1 out and a runner at first. Richardt is batting .228. And he takes a pitch low, ball 1. Richardt was 1 for 4 in the first game. He's had 4 hits in 13 trips in the series. The set by John, the pitch to him as a called strike, 1-1. Richardt hitting .228. They wanted him for his bat, and they didn't have a place for him to play. Now he is playing a good second base for him, but he's not hitting that much. He's made some good plays at second.
Oh, he has.
Bounces this one toward the Yankees second baseman, Scott. The only play will be over to first. And he's out. Parrish goes to second on the slow bouncer. 2 down, and Wayne Tolleson, the batter. Tolleson is batting in the number 8 spot in the batting order. Tolleson was 0 for 3 in the first game. He did lay down a beautiful sacrifice bunt that led to a run. Switch hitter batting right, bounces one right side. Collins flags it down. John covers, takes the throw, and John dropped it, and the run will score. Tommy looked like he stumbled over the bag, had the throw, and then dropped it, Scooter.
Yep, and Collins' throw had him leaning just a little bit, but he still should have got it. And I believe Tommy will be charged with the error there.
They do charge Tommy John with an error, and the run scores. Parrish coming on home.
Looks like such a routine play, doesn't it? They practice it thousands of times. But anything can happen when you're moving.
Big as Tommy was running over there, his body blocked me from it. I thought surely he would hold the ball, but he seemed to stumble on the bag just a bit and dropped it. So it cost him a run. It's a 2-1 ball game now, and the batter is Don Werner, the catcher, and number 9 hitter. He takes a strike, and John back again with strike 2 call. Werner is hitting .233. And now the plate umpire, Dallas Parks, calls for the baseball, and John walks it in from the mound. And the ball will come out of the game. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Werner has been a journeyman catcher up and down with the Cincinnati Reds on quite a few occasions. Stretched by John as he checks Tolleson at first and throws over there. No play. Breeze is picked up, blowing toward left. And the pitch to the plate. Hit right back off John's arm, picked up by Scott, throws to first in time. That'll be a 1-4-3 play as Tommy got it on his pitching hand or arm. Never saw the ball. Tommy says, I never saw it. 1 run, it's unearned at the end of 1.5. It's the Yankees 2 and the Rangers 1.
Clipsmith here for R.L. Gotti. And when we say R.L. Gotti is an oil company and more, we mean it. Did you know that R.L. Gotti has U-Haul trucks? That's right. Say you're going to move to a new location, all right? You get your new home, make sure you move everything with Gotti's U-Haul trucks, get your oil from Gotti, and you'll save more in both departments. That's why we say R.L. Gotti is an oil company and much more. And now, they're even better to serve you with U-Haul trucks. R.L. Gotti, Cold Springs Road, 433-6707.
Soup is a harvest of nourishing things. Soup is the glow, health, and happiness brings. Soup is sharing.
When the weather is hot, nothing beats a light, crisp salad. But you can keep it light and make a real meal out of a salad by adding the nourishing goodness of Campbell's soup. In the warm weather, they go great together.
Stir up the Campbell's, soup is good. I love New York.
If we want visitors to love New York, show them New York loves you. Visitors make up New York's second largest industry, which makes every one of them important to our state's economy and important to every one of us. To get love, you've got to give love. Make our visitors welcome. Show them New York loves you.
A travel message from New York State.
The Yankees leading 2-1 on the bottom of the second. Bottom third of the order, Frank.
That'll be Ken Griffey, John Mayberry, and Barry Foote. Griffey is hitting .254. Left-hand batter. And Schmidt's first pitch. Strike 1 call. Griffey was 0 for 4 in the first game. And he is 1 for 9 in the series. Now the wind by the right-hander Schmidt. The pitch high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Toronto won the first game from Detroit 7-4. That is a final. And Griffey lines 1 foul outside of first, just past the first base umpire, Ken Kaiser. I believe he broke his bat on it. He did. He has to go back for another one. Well, the Yankees will be in Detroit for the next 3 nights. Tomorrow night at 8:30, and then the next 2 nights at 7:30. Then it's on to Chicago for 4 games against the White Sox. Last time we were in Chicago, I believe it snowed, didn't it, Scooter?
Yes, it did.
Here is the 1-2 pitch to Griffey. Line to left field, but coming on for it, Grubb, and he makes the catch. Grubb had to battle that one a little bit, looking up into the sun. 1 out, and the batter will be John Mayberry. Well, with Mazzilli in the original starting lineup submitted, at least to the press box, and then not playing, more speculation, I guess, Scooter.
Yeah. Gets you to thinking a little bit.
They put the shift on for Mayberry, swinging everybody around to the right side, and he grounds one to the first baseman Hostetler behind the bag. He's up with it and goes to first in time for the unassisted putout.
I'm beginning to think that Hostetler's a pretty good fielder, Frank.
It looks like it from what little we've seen of him. He made some excellent plays in the first game.
Oh, man, I'll say.
Now, that was a hard-hit ball there. Yep. He very nonchalantly just scooped it up and went right to the bag. Here is Barry Foote, the Yankee catcher, batting 136. And the pitch to him is hit up the gap in right center field. Wright is after it, and he cannot get it. It's over his glove to the wall. Foote going for two, and he better stop there, and he does. Well, Barry celebrating. Our broadcast is heard down in his hometown in North Carolina. They carry the games down there on Sundays.
All right.
So he'll give the folks down there something to talk about. They forget his batting average and start talking about that two-base hit up the gap.
I know he's near Rawley someplace in North Carolina.
Smithfield, North Carolina.
Yep.
Station manager down there. Used to visit Yankee Stadium very often, very regularly. Oh, son of a gun. I shouldn't have brought that up. I cannot
think of his name.
Lamb. Mr. Lamb, was it? But he used to bring a ham up every once in a while.
No, Smithfield ham.
Smithfield ham. Smithfield, North Carolina. I miss those hams. Collins has to spin away from a pitch that almost hit him. Barry Foote down at second base, 2 outs, and Collins trying to pick up a run. The Yankees lead 2-1. Now the set by the right-hander Schmidt. The pitch on the way. Line down into right field. That's a base hit. Let's see if Foote can score on it. Parrish with a good arm. The throw to the plate. Here comes Foote. The throw is way high, and he scores. Collins goes to second, and the Yankees lead 3-1. Boy, Parrish uncorked a throw that was way high. Rangers make an appeal at third base. Disallowed. And now, Stein, the third baseman, holding the baseball, and time is called. A single for Collins, who goes to second on the throw. A run batted in for Dave, his 17th of the year.
Well, I'll tell you that Parrish has got some kind of arm, Frank. A little more direction with that, it would have been very close at the plate.
Yes, it would have been. He just got too much on that throw.
Yeah.
Threw it high, and the catcher, Werner, had to back off from the plate and then jump for the throw. Here's Rodney Scott, and he takes a strike. Scott grounded out in the first inning, but he did advance Collins from second to third. Switch hitter batting lefty against the right-hander Dave Schmidt. Collins dancing off a good lead.
He shouldn't be doing that, Frank, with 2 outs. I mean, if it were 1 out, I could see it, but with 2 outs, it bothers the hitter, especially a left-hand batter, who, remember how they moved the umpire from that specific spot, could distract him. He's going to score on a base hit anyway. He's not going to try and steal with 2 outs.
And that's right. As soon as the bat cracks, he's got to be running. They got a pickoff play on, but no throw. The shortstop, Tolleson, scooted in behind Collins, but no throw made by Schmidt. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Rodney Scott. Schmidt to the belt. And the pitch. Taken low and in. A breaking ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. Oakland now has a 5-2 lead over Minnesota. They're in the 8th inning. Two ball, 1 strike count. Collins still dancing at second, and the pitch. Scott looks low. Ball 3. 3-1. Well, a lot of our fans, I've I'm sure now listening as they drive back from the beaches and wherever they spent their weekend. We urge you to drive carefully on this Sunday afternoon. Ball 4 is high. Scott draws a walk. I'm sure there will be a lot of traffic on the roads, especially coming back from the shore and the beach areas. So take an extra few minutes and drive safely. And enjoy our broadcast, we hope. They'll have a meeting out at the mound now. The catcher, Warner, goes out. Tolleson, the shortstop, comes in. And the Yankee batter is Oscar Gamble with runners at first and second, 2 down. The Yankees are leading 3-1. Gamble triple in the first inning. Parrish tried to shoestring his line drive and let it get by him. Gamble wound up at third with a triple and a run batted in. Now Oscar wants, as he talked about the umpire, Oscar wanted the second base umpire, Haller, to move. I'm sure if Collins does that little dance there, Gamble may have time and ask him to stop. Pitch to Oscar is down low in the dirt, blocked by Warner.
Now, you notice he didn't do it with Gamble up that time. I wonder if Oscar did say something. I got to watch that Collins on this.
That time, Dave took his lead, but he did not dance back and forth. Collins walks off the lead at second. Scott at first.
Well, he's doing it again.
And they throw there, and the throw hits him. And now he's up and starts to go, and he was tackled.
Yes, he was.
By the shortstop, and they will wave him on to third base. They will allow him to go to third.
Gamble wanted to go to second, and Haller said, no, you stay there.
Scott wanted to go to second. And now they will charge the shortstop, Tolleson, with obstructing the base runners. He reached out and grabbed him by the ankle. And now Darrell Johnson, the Ranger manager, will come out to get a more distinct ruling on the play. Collins immediately called for that. After he had scrambled around, the pickoff throw hit him. It didn't bounce away that far. But Tolleson did grab him by the ankle. Collins jumped up, looked at the umpire, said, how about it? Bill Haller said, you're right, young man. You go to third. So Gamble now has runners at first and third and a count of 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch. Low.
There's an error on that.
Yeah, it is. It's an automatic error on the interference. It's like catcher's interference or obstruction. So first and third. 2 outs and a throw to first base now. Scott gets back. 2 ball, no strike count on Oscar. The set and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Dave Winfield waits on deck. Two balls, 1 strike. The Yankees are leading 3-1. The Rangers won the first game 6-4. And the 2-1 to Gamble. Ball 3 is outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Plate umpire Parks holds the fingers up to indicate the sign. Now the scoreboard picks it up. So it's 3-1. Schmidt takes a lot of time. Perhaps Werner slowing him down. There goes Scott out a line drive, base hit into the right field corner for Gamble. Here's Collins in to score. Scott is being waved around third. Here he comes, and no throw to the plate. Gamble stops at second, and the Yankees lead 4-1.
That Scott can fly. Oh, he can really motor.
2 more runs. And the Yankees lead 5-1. I believe I said 4-1. I beg your pardon. 5-1.
Going to put Winfield on? No.
Yep. They're going to walk him.
Huh?
They're going to walk him.
Oh, and bring the left-hander in, huh? Pitch to Nettles. Is that what they're going to do?
Looks like it. Orders to walk Winfield intentionally. You know, they had an excellent relief pitcher in this Schmidt, and now they are starting him, and he is not, well, this afternoon, not faring well as a starter. They have a left-hander in the bullpen. There is ball 4. Winfield is intentionally walked, and Darrell Johnson is on his way out. I would presume he would almost have to make a pitching change, as he had his right-hand pitcher walk right-hand hitting Winfield, and he will make the change. There's a break in the action with a score. The Yankees 5 and the Rangers 1.
Involvement for today means investment in tomorrow. America is counting on its youth.
I just got my first job. Now I want to open my first checking account.
Who do I talk to about a college loan?
What do I have to do to start my own savings account? How do I get a credit rating?
4-H means learning how to work together. Learning through experience the way to do it right.
Opening bank accounts, getting credit, managing your own money. It's all part of becoming a new adult consumer. And now it's part of a new 4-H teen program called It All Adds Up.
I want to buy a car when I'm 18. Can I get a car loan?
4-H can help you learn how to be on your own. Contact your county Cooperative Extension 4-H office today.
4-H for tomorrow. 4-H for today. Involvement in your neighborhood. 4-H. 4-H.
Find out more. Call 433-6731.
Well, Yankee fans, Colonial's Yankees Franks would like to have a chance to win an expensive paid weekend to the New York Yankees spring training camp in 1983, or 12 personalized autographed Yankee pictures and 12 autographed baseball. To win, all you need to do is send a wrapper from a Yankees Franks package or a 3x5 card with the words Yankees Franks printed on it along with your name, address, and phone number. You send that to Yankees Franks Contest, care of Yankee Stadium, Bronx, New York, and the zip is 10451. There will be a random drawing on August 17th, 1982, to determine the winners. And winners will be notified by mail. Remember, that's Yankees Franks Contest, care of Yankee Stadium, Bronx, New York. The zip is 10451, and no purchase is necessary. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankee Baseball Network.
Hi, this is Hank Nivens. Join me 6 to 10 weekday mornings for more of Niagara's best music on WLVL Lockport, the spirit of Niagara.
Well, Scooter, as John Matlack warms up to pitch to Graig Nettles, the gentleman, I was trying to think of his first name, and it just skipped me, is Mr. Carl Lamb, who used to pay us quite a few visits up here to Yankee Stadium. And he is the general manager at WMPN down in Smithfield, North Carolina.
Funny, he used to send you Smithfield hams, and his name is Lamb. You had the last name right.
Yeah, I used to do some public service announcements for him, for his Lions Club, and, different civic clubs and charitable affairs he had down there. A very nice gentleman. I miss seeing him. And Barry Foote is a good friend of his. So that's where folks are listening to Mr. Foote's activities today in his hometown of Smithfield. Here's Nettles against Matlack. And Nettles check swings a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Matlack is up with it and fires on to Hostetler at first for the third out. But the Yankees score 3 times. They leave a couple of guys on, and at the end of 2, it's the Yankees 5, the Rangers 1.
Genevieve.
Hey, Bill Rosita, you know I met yesterday that seemed to be such a very, very personable gentleman, one of the old-timers, one of the visiting old-timers, not a Yankee. Doc Kramer.
Oh, great. Oh, Joe DiMaggio tells some great stories about Doc Kramer. Quite a character. A lot of fun.
He came over to shake hands after the old-timers game yesterday and just was so pleasant, such a pleasant man.
Good hitter, too. Oh, excellent hitter.
All right, George Wright leads off and takes a curveball from John. Strike one called. Wright grounded out his first trip. Tommy back and misses outside. That'll even the count at 1-1. Nettles is in at third, and Wright bounces one to Graig. He leaps and has the bouncing ball, throws to first, and Wright is out. Here's John Grubb, the left fielder, and he takes a breaking pitch low and away. .1-0 delivery is low. The Yankees lead the season series with the Rangers 6 wins to 5. And a drive to deep right field. That one is way back, and it's gone. A home run for Grubb. So Grubb, who doubled in the first inning, he wasn't supposed to play in this game. Doubled in the first inning. Now he's homered here in the third. And the Yankee lead is 5-2. Grubb's 5th home run of the year. Make that his 3rd home run. So it's a 5-2 ball game. That was the Rangers' 3rd hit off John, and Bill Stein hits a fly ball down toward the right field corner. Gamble is after it, cannot get it. The ball bounces off the wall for extra bases. Stein to second. Stein drive for third, and the throw is in time, and he's out at third base. Gamble throwing the ball all the way from the right field wall throws Stein out at third.
I tell you, that throw had to be perfect. I mean, it was a tremendous throw by Gamble. Overshot the cutoff man, one bounce, and Nettles caught it right at the corner of the bag just as Stein was trying to slide in head first. Great play.
Excellent throw by Gamble. He, as you said, he really overthrew the cutoff.
Yep.
But threw it all the way through to third base, and Nettles applied the tag to Stein. There are 2 outs, and here's Hostetler looking at a strike. Well, the fans can buzz about that play for a little while. The wind by John, the 0-1 pitch. Downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hostetler grounded out to the shortstop Smalley in the first inning. Infield back deep, and the pitch coming. Hit right back to Tommy John on 1 bounce. He knocks it down, picks it up, throws to first. He's out, and that will retire the side. The Rangers get 1 run on 2 hits. And in the middle of the 3rd inning, it's the Yankees 5 and the Rangers 2.
Ed Taylor Lincoln Mercury Peugeot is celebrating the 8th anniversary this month with a gigantic sale on brand new and late model used cars. You'll find low prices on all prices from Lincoln to Lynx, and special prices on the recently acquired Peugeot line. Here's a good example. You can buy a brand new 1982 3-door Mercury Lynx with a 2-year factory maintenance warranty for only $54.09, including factory rebate. Don't miss this great anniversary sale at Ed Taylor Lincoln Mercury Peugeot, 3900 Maple Road across from the Boulevard Mall.
Did you know that the best and easiest method of doing business with your Social Security office is by telephone? That's right. Almost all Social Security business can be conducted by phone. In Niagara County, telephone 297-2880. That's 297-2880. The best time to call our office is in the afternoon, in the middle of the week. If you get a busy signal, keep on trying. You will get through. If you want us to call you at home, just send a postcard to our office. The address is Social Security Teleservice, 8424 Mill Pine Plaza, Niagara Falls, New York, 14304. Once again, the address is Social Security Teleservice, 8424 Mill Pine Plaza, Niagara Falls, New York, 14304. Anytime you plan to visit your Social Security office, please phone ahead. This will help prevent the need for a second visit. The telephone number is 297-2880. This has been a public service announcement of the Social Security Administration and 1340 WLVL.
WLVL, Niagara.
Roy Smalley will lead off the bottom half of the third inning, to be followed by Ken Griffey and then John Mayberry. The Yankees have a 5-2 lead over the Texas Rangers. John Matlack, who relieved Dave Schmidt in the second inning and got Nettles on one pitch, delivers to Smalley, who grounds it left side, fielded by Stein, the third baseman, and he throws on in plenty of time. Both teams are going to be flying out of New York after the ball game this afternoon. The Yankees will be headed on to Detroit to open a 3-game series with the Detroit Tigers, and the Texas Rangers will be going to Milwaukee, where they have a series coming up with the Brewers. Ken Griffey bats. He lined out to the left fielder, John Grubb, his first trip. Left-hander against left-hander, and Matlack's pitch is foul to the upper deck on the left side. Look at Mayberry down there. Reminds me of Cliff Johnson. Gets as close out to the plate as they'll let him from the on-deck circle. Matlack kicks and uppers inside. 1-1. The count on Griffey. And the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball is hit to the second baseman. Richardt to his right has it, throws to Hostetler in time. There are 2 outs on a pair of ground balls, and John Mayberry will take on the southpaw Matlack. You know, Scooter, we come off the road trip from Detroit and Chicago and have a doubleheader with Kansas City here.
Yeah, I understand that. Monday, yep. Is that a twilighter, right?
Mm-hmm. Week from tomorrow.
Right.
Pitch to Mayberry. Strike on the inside corner. Mayberry grounded out to the first baseman, Hostetler. Sharply hit ball, and Hostetler made a fine play on it. That was in the second inning. And it was also against the right-hander, Schmidt. Now Matlack's pitch. Inside. Same pitch, but just a little closer to Mayberry. And that was a ball, 1-1. Shadows have covered home plate, creeping out toward the mound now. 1-1 pitch. High pop fly to shallow right. Parrish broke back, stumbles, but he comes on, recovers, and makes the catch. The Yankees are 3 up, 3 down. And at the end of 3 innings of play, it's the Yankees 5, the Rangers 2.
Hi, everybody. I'm Phil Rizzuto.
And I'm Bill White.
Inviting you to join the team.
Tell them how easy it is, Phil.
Well, William, all you have to do is buy a Yankee hat, and you join the great team that's going to bat for Ronald McDonald House. Because when you buy your Yankee hat at McDonald's for $1.79, McDonald's contributes 50 cents to the Ronald McDonald House.
And every Yankee hat you buy does a world of good, because Ronald McDonald House is a home away from home for a lot of kids while they're being treated for leukemia and other serious illnesses.
It's unbelievable, but that Yankee hat sure looks good on you, William.
Well, it looks good on everybody, Phil.
So come on, Yankee fans. Show your support. When you join the team, you can help make the home run for the kids at Ronald McDonald House.
Hey, you Huckleberry. Since when did you learn how to hit home runs?
Well, I never have, but I know about Yankee hats. They're only $1.79, and one size fits all. At participating McDonald's in New York, New Jersey, and Fairfield counties while they last.
Getting your transmission fixed by a car dealer can be very annoying. It can even turn some people into animals.
Did you fix my transmission yet?
No, Mr. Lyons. I got a million other repairs.
There's just no way to treat a person.
Easy, Mr. Lyons. Back. Stay back. Okay, I'll fix your transmission. Only please, don't eat me.
Welcome to AMCO Transmissions. Transmissions are all we fix, and at AMCO we'll fix yours fast without an appointment. AMCO. Why go anywhere else?
Well, we go to the fourth inning. The Yankees 5 runs, 5 hits. The Rangers 2 runs on 4 hits. And I'm going to check scoreboard, Scooter, while you tell the folks what's going on.
All right, Frank. And Parrish, who singled and scored in the second inning, will lead off here in the top of the fourth. Tommy John into the windup. Pitch to Parrish is strike one call.
See, Gorman Thomas has taken over the home run leadership. He has hit his 27th.
Uh-oh.
He and Reggie Jackson were tied at 26.
Mm-hmm. Popped it up. It might be playable. Collins got room and makes the catch right by the Yankee dugout. 1 out.
In that ball game, it is Milwaukee 7 and Cleveland 6, with the Indians batting in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Boston 12 and Chicago 6 at the end of 8. Fenway Park game.
Foul back by Lamar Johnson, who lined to right, strike one.
Baltimore 6, Kansas City 4 at the end of 8. See, Eddie Murray's hit his 17th home run of the year.
The 1-strike pitch. Hits the third. Backing up Nettles. Long throw. And scooped up by Collins. Nice play. 2 away.
Boy, Collins made a basket scoop that time.
Yeah.
Now let's see what else we have. Toronto beat Detroit 7-4 in their first game. No report on the second, except there's been a pitching change for the Tigers in the very first inning. Ernie Witt has homered with a man on, so the Blue Jays have at least 2 runs.
Richard takes the ball.
Oakland beat Minnesota 5-2. The Underwood brothers split today. Tom Underwood won his game. Pat lost his.
And a base hit ripped to left field by Mike Richardt. Winfield gets the ball in. And that's base hit number 4. Make that 5 off Tommy John. And Wayne Tolleson reached on an error.
Excuse me, Scooter. National League, the Mets lost to the Pirates. It was 4-1 final. Don Robinson, the winner over Craig Swan. Montreal nudged St. Louis 2-1. Final score. And the Cubs lead the Phillies 8-5 at the end of 8.
Phillies have not beaten the Cubs in Chicago this year, and they lead the league. There's a pitch low, ball 1.
Jay Johnstone has hit 2 home runs in that game for Chicago. Giants lead Houston 1-0 at the end of 5. Reds and the Padres 1-1 at the end of 4.
All right, 2 balls, no strikes to Tolleson. 2 men are out. And the Yankees leading 5-2.
Our producer, Brian Ferguson, just dropped the red phone. Must have been a hot call.
Slow bounce to the third. They better let it go. It goes foul. They would not have gotten him. 2-1. Look, it's raining in Baltimore. They're in the 9th inning. Baltimore leading 6-4, and it's raining. So
as beautiful as the weather is here, it's hard to believe it's raining in Baltimore.
So Tommy John with 2 out and a runner at first. 2 balls, 1 strike on Wayne Tolleson. Yankees lost the first game 6-4. He was going to bunt, takes it low. 3-1. Tommy to the belt, and the pitch is hard ground ball. What a play by Nettles. Knocks it down 1 knee, 1 hop, and Collins makes the play. I said it, 2 weird plays from Nettles to Collins. That was a toughie, but they make the play. No runs, a hit, no errors, a man left at the end of 3.5. It's the Yankees 5 and the Rangers 2.
This is Clip Smith for R.L. Gowdy. the oil company that doesn't sock it to you in the wintertime. You know how you get those big fuel bills every winter? Now you don't have to with R.L. Gotti's budget payment plan. Instead of getting big bills in the wintertime, you make 11 equal payments. That way, you're not going to get socked when the cold weather comes. R.L. Gotti, 433-6707. Budget payment plans, 11 equal payments, so you won't get socked in the wintertime.
Dinner's done, the day is ended. Peace and quiet have descended. Now it's just the two of you and your Maxwell house. Pour a cup, enjoy the flavor. Talk about what's new. Spend some precious time together. Maxwell house, you get that good to the last drop. Maxwell House, only Maxwell House gives you good to the last drop feeling. Maxwell House.
Maxwell House has a taste, a feeling that no other coffee can give you. Because Maxwell House is always good to the last drop.
Oh, get that good to the last drop feeling. Maxwell House.
Well, Barry Foote will lead off the bottom half of the fourth, try to get another base hit for Carl Lamb. Scooter?
Right. Barry ripped that double to right center field and scored in the second inning. 5-2, the Yankees lead, bottom of the fourth. And the pitch by Matlack popped up this time to shallow center. Moving back to shortstop Tolleson. He's there. Staggering a little, but makes the catch, and there's one away.
You know, there are four people after that fly ball, and I'm not sure any of them saw it. Tolleson.
No, they're all looking at each other now.
Tolleson, Richards, the center fielder Wright, and the left fielder Grubb were all converging.
That's it. It's a sudden drastic change. It was cloudy and overcast all day, and then the sun came out just at the start of the second game. It's been beautiful. And here's Collins, who is 2 for 2. Both hits coming from the left side. He's also stolen a base and scored twice, driven in a run, batting .272. Now he turns around, bats right-handed against Matlack. And he started a bunt, took the curve over, strike call. Took hello to Frank Sylvanic's nephew from Johnson City, New York. He's here today.
Great.
Johnson City. Go up there every winter. A lot of horsehide factories up there. Swing. And a missed strike 2.
Horsehide factories? I didn't know they made horsehide. I thought horses grew it.
Well, what I mean is they used to make the baseballs up there. Remember when they had horsehide?
Yeah.
And now, how come you get a cup of coffee and the old scooter?
Here.
Oh, that's that Horvat. There's another base hit for Collins through the hole between first and second of right field.
That's his 9th hit in this series.
Wow. First hit off Matlack. I said he's really...
Scooter, you take the coffee. You're the man that's working. All right, there you go.
All right,
you drink it the same way I do. Just a little cream, no sugar.
Bob Horvat's going to get another one. Well, Collins said he loves to lead off. He doesn't feel comfortable unless he's leading off. He's sure been very comfortable, as Frank told you. How many hits?
He's had 9 hits in the series.
9 hits? Wow. All right, Rodney Scott, the batter. Now he turns around. Another switch hitter. A throw over there. Collins is back.
9 for 19. Imagine one series, man's been up 19 times already in the series.
All right, Matlack kicks. And the pitch is in there. Strike 1 call. 1 man out.
Well, you talk about Collins on the leadoff spot. 3 hits. He's scored 2 runs already, driven in 1. Good spot for him.
Oh, yes. He's leading away. And the pitch by Matlack. Curve bounced to second. Bad hop. They flipped the second one. That's all they can get. almost a base hit as that ball took a wicked hop high to Richardt. They get the force play, 4-6, and now Oscar Gamble. He's had some kind of a day. A triple, a double, 3 runs batted in, scored a run, made a great throw and a great catch.
Showed up.
Yep, like to see him get the homer now. Then he'd have the best chance all year for the cycle. Got the triple, got the double. Got it first with 2 men out. And the curve low, ball 1. Out 5-2, the Yankees lead here in the bottom of the 4th. And the pitch by Matlack is fouled upstairs and out of play. 1-1. On deck, Dave Winfield. Got good lead at first base. And Matlack delivers a good curve. He had Oscar coming up and way out in front. Held on, did not swing. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Scott gets a little bigger lead at first base. With 2 out and 2 strikes on the batter. Let's see if he tries it. He's going. And the pitch is low. He's going to make it. Not even had a slide. Holy cow. Wow. I tell you, he's got some kind of speed. Didn't even slide in a second on that one. 2-2 the count now on Gamble. Scott has tried 2 stolen bases since he's been with the Yankees. Been successful both times. Stretch by Matlack. Low gets away from the catcher. Let's keep an eye on Scott. He rounds third, but he holds on as the ball comes right back to Werner. That'll be a wild pitch charged to Matlack. So a full count on Oscar Gamble.
Get some speed on the bases. Things happen.
Boy, he is quick. We had heard that he was fast.
Well, he and Ron LaFleur teamed up a couple of years ago to set a major league record for stolen bases by teammates.
Yeah, how about with the Reigns? I don't know. I can't understand how they got rid of this kid. Montreal hurting for a second baseman. Now they got Doug Flynn from Texas. All right, it's a full count now on Gamble. Scott leading off third. Change way inside, ball 4. He's on, and Dave Winfield will be the batter. Winfield has not been up officially. A sacrifice fly and an RBI and an intentional walk. Yankees leading 5-2. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Rangers won the first game 6-4. Gamble at first, Scott over at third, and Winfield takes the pitch high, ball 1. To the belt. Foul back and out of play. Ball and the strike on Big Dave. Still have had no definite word on all the scuttlebutt going around about Dent going to Texas for Mazzilli, and John going to California for Keeson. The 1-1 pitch, a curve rip. Oh, what a play by Stein. Holy cow, look at Winfield. Down on both knees. Now he's up on one knee. He can't believe it. And now he flips the helmet away and gets up. What a play by Stein. Took a double and 2 RBIs away from Winfield. No runs, a base hit, no errors, and 2 men left. And at the end of 4, the Yankees 5 and the Rangers 2.
Of all the ways that we can fly, of all the highways through the sky, of all the wings that greet the sun, Eastern is your number one. The pride of Eastern shining through, we earn our wings by serving you. Come meet us soon and see why we're America's favorite way to fly.
For the 3rd year in a row now, more passengers have flown Eastern than any other airline in the free world. If you help make us America's favorite way to fly, we thank you. If you haven't flown Eastern recently, give us a try. We'll show you we really do earn our wings every day.
We're Eastern, America's favorite way to fly. Come fly with Eastern, America's.
There's a heritage at Anheuser-Busch that says never be satisfied until you've achieved the best. Budweiser Light, with its clean, distinctive taste, lives up to that heritage.
Bring out your best Budweiser Light. Bring out your best Budweiser Light.
The best never comes easy. That's why there's nothing else like it.
Budweiser Light.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
The Yankees lead 5-2 as we go to the 5th inning, and the Rangers lead things off with their catcher, Don Werner. We'll pause for station identification. New York Yankees Baseball Network.
Hi, this is Robin Lynn. Join Bob Morgan and me for Niagara Today, weekdays at 11:30 on WLVL Lockport, the spirit of Niagara.
Foul ball. And Foote says, how about calling him out? But the plate umpire Dallas Park says, no, he was in the batter's box. We're referring to the first game where they called Winfield out. And now Foote liable to get himself kicked out of the ball game, as he asked the third base umpire, Rick Reed, who was behind the plate, and called Winfield out in the first game. So Werner comes back, trying to beat out a bunt, foul.
We're just watching Winfield out in left field. He wants to know why, too. He felt he was wronged in the first game.
I thought, on the replay. Bouncer right to second base. Scott, easy chance, and there's one away. Now George Wright, been up twice, both times bounced to Nettles.
Boston won that game from Chicago. Scooter, the final is 12-6.
Well, Chicago had beaten them, and White Sox were red hot till that ball game.
And Milwaukee has defeated Cleveland 7-6.
All right, the pitch is low. Ball 1, all right. Foul back out of play. Ball and a strike. One out, nobody on here. In the top of the 5th, Yanks lead 5-2. And a little bit low, 2-1. Doesn't say in that game whether on the scoreboard whether Henderson got any stolen bases, does it?
No.
Another bounce to Nettles. For the 3rd time, Wright bounces out to Nettles. 2 out. Couldn't believe it yesterday. Henderson did not have a stolen base. That was a big upset. He went 0 for 5. All he's got to do is get on. You know he's going to get a stolen base.
Well, it seems like it, doesn't it? Kid can fly.
Johnny Grubb has double a right and homer. And takes the strike. Lee Mazzilli was scheduled to start the second game, and Grubb was put in his place at the last second. He's got a double and a homer. Two strikes on him, 2 out, nobody on. Low outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Tommy John's pitch, line to left center field. Winfield digging. He's going to get there and makes the catch. So 1-2-3 inning, and at the end of 4.5, it's the Yankees 5 and the Rangers 2.
Ed Taylor Lincoln Mercury Peugeot is celebrating the 8th anniversary this month with a gigantic sale on brand new and late model used cars. You'll find low prices on all prices from Lincoln to Lynx, and special prices on the recently acquired Peugeot line. Here's a good example. You can buy a brand new 1982 3-door Mercury Lynx with a 2-year factory maintenance warranty for only $54.09, including factory rebate. Don't miss this great anniversary sale at Ed Taylor Lincoln Mercury Peugeot, 3900 Maple Road across from the Boulevard Mall.
This cute new hygienist who cleaned my teeth told me in no uncertain terms how badly stained my teeth were from tobacco. Well, I was thinking about asking her out, but after that I was just too embarrassed. Topol Smoker's Tooth Polish, a special combination of polishing agents and a rich foaming cleaner formulated to help remove ugly yellow tobacco stains. Extensive laboratory research has proven Topol gentle enough to be used instead of regular toothpaste. Since I've been using Topol, the tobacco stains just don't build up. Topol, fluoride in the red package, mint flavor in the blue.
Thanks, waiter. I've had enough. How can you refuse such great food? To stay thin. Wish I could lose weight. And go on a diet. With diet pills? Something different. The AIDS diet plan. AIDS, appetite suppressant candy cubes.
Both AIDS cubes and diet pills help curb hunger, but AIDS do more. Help satisfy your need to taste, chew, and enjoy.
Say when. When? So soon? You're eating like a bird. Thanks to AIDS.
AIDS help curb hunger and satisfy taste. Use only as directed.
Graig Nettles is set to lead off the bottom half of the 5th. He'll be followed by Roy Smalley and Ken Griffey. The Yankees lead 5-2, and here's Phil.
All right, and the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Nettles has walked and hit to the box. Matlack in relief of Dave Schmidt. His pitch is down low, 1-1. Curve is low, 2-1. Dallas Parks takes a look at the ball, throws it out of play. Nettles batting .230 on the year. And a good fastball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Roy Smalley on deck. Yankees have 5 runs on 6 hits, and the Rangers 2 runs on 5 hits. Struck him out with a breaking pitch. First strikeout for Matlack. And now Roy Smalley, who has flied to center and bounced to third. And the changeup is low, ball 1. Big gap in left center field for Smalley.
Well, there really is, isn't it?
Yeah, Wright seems to play all the hitters in right center. Low inside, 2-0.
Maybe he runs better to his right.
He can fly. The 2-0 pitch. High and away, 3-0.
An indication Wright runs better to his right, or an indication that Parrish does not run that well to his right?
Yes, could be a little bit of both.
Wright may be covering up a little bit there for Parrish.
The The 3-0 delivery takes it right down the middle, 3-1. One man out in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's by Matlack, inside, ball 4. Second walk given up by Matlack. And Ken Griffey will be the batter. Griffey has lined to left, bounced to second.
Scooter, when you played, other than Ted Williams, was there anybody in the American League that you would really definitely overshift on or really pull?
Nobody. Absolutely no one. And there was a lot of good pull hitters, but it was just whether it weren't fashionable or I don't know. So Boudreau, there's a base hit, ripped to right field. Parrish over, grabs it. Smalley stops at second base. Ken Kaiser was on the ball running down to cover as Bill Haller had gone out in case the ball got by the right fielder. And Ken lost his cap hustling, but he was there. And now John Mayberry will be the batter with runners at first and second, one out. Uh-oh, Dodgers leading Atlanta 1-0 in the second. Boy, they've knocked 3 games off that lead. I think, well, they just 2.5, I think, out of first place now, the Dodgers.
3.5 when the day started.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
3.5, okay. Well, about a week ago, they were 10 games out of 10.5. One out. Pitch to Mayberry is a curve, low, ball 1. Griffey off first, Smalley off second. And Matlack's pitch foul just below it.
Oh, the Dodgers won last night, right?
Yeah.
Right, 2.5.
Oh, it is 2.5. Yeah. Yeah, they did win. They came back in the last inning again. 3 extra inning ball games they beat Atlanta in that series.
Joe Torre's starting to wonder.
Oh, yeah. Got to be worrying a little bit now.
You know, Lasorda's growing a little bit, too. He is growing.
Oh. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Yanks lead 5-2 here, bottom of the 5th. Foul back and out of play. Big John Mayberry. Really hasn't found his stride with the Yankees. And the 1-2 delivery. There's a drive to right field. Did he get that one? Holy God, just think. He has found his stride. He hits a home run into the right field seats, a 3-run homer, and the Yankees lead 8-2. Boy, you never know. Getty Garner. He hadn't hit a ball hard, even though he got a base hit in the first ball game.
That's John's 10th home run of the year. Matlack got that pitch up, and John got the good wood on it. There again, Scooter, a man who was not in the original lineup, Mayberry.
That's right.
Mayberry and Grubb were not in the lineup, so they both hit home runs.
Barry Foote, who doubled and popped to short. 8-2, the Yankees lead. Popped him up. Tolleson, the shortstop. Backing up, one-hands it. But the Yankees pick up 3 runs on 2 hits.
And they still have an out to go.
Still have an out to go. I'm trying to get out of here, and I got to go home and pack. I forgot to pack.
You forgot
to bring my suitcase. I'm going to meet you at the airport.
Okay.
Well, I think I can stick around. Good thing you caught me there. I was about ready to give.
You going to call me for obstruction or interference?
No, that's an assist.
Grabbing you by the ankle.
All right, here's Collins. He's had a perfect day, 3 singles. has his average up to 275 and bounces it foul. Strike one.
So, okay, Scooter, only one game tomorrow.
One game. And this has been a week of doubleheaders, hasn't it?
It sure has. 3 doubleheaders in 6 days. Another one when we come home, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Monday.
I know. You've warned me about that, but it'd be a picnic on this road show. Two out, nobody on. The pitch to Collins. Inside, 1-1. And Matlack's pitch. Line right at Stein. A bullet, but he caught it. Now, 3 runs on 2 hits. No errors, nobody left. At the end of 5, it's the Yankees 8 and the Rangers 2.
Ball hitting, grounds to Nettles, who throws him out. One away, and all set with the play-by-play. Ladies and gentlemen, here is John Gordon.
All right, thank you, Frank Messer. And now batting the big guy, Dave Hostetler. Swings and fouls the first Tommy John pitch. Back to the screen for a strike. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Yankees leading by an 8-2 score, and they've out-hit the Rangers here by an 8-5 count. 1 strike to count to Hostetler. And Tommy John to the line. The pitch is up high, gets away from Barry Foote, and is 1 ball and 1 strike. John working in the 6th. He's given up 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. Hasn't walked anybody, nor has he struck out anybody. Hostetler in the second game, 0 for 2. Swinging a foul to the right, it'll reach. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tommy John working to Hostetler, 1 away and nobody on. The left-hander ready, and here's the pitch. Inside for a ball, and 2-2 the count. Hostetler had a home run and 3 trips in the first game. He's now had 5 home runs against Yankees pitching. Foul back. Still the 2-strike count. Well, Ron Guidry will open up the Tigers series, and he goes against 12-game winner Dan Petrie tomorrow night. Broadcast coverage will begin at 8:30. Frank Messer's pregame show starts us off at 8:15. And the pitch. Foul back. This one off to the left, and it's still the 2-2 count. A little different start time than what we normally have from Detroit. Then we'll drop back to the 7:30 start time on Tuesday and Wednesday. Regularly scheduled night games. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, nobody on. Here's the line now, and the 2-2 delivery. Did he go? Let's see. Barry Foote thinks he did. He did. Strike 3. Hostetler is out. Swinging third strike. He tried to hold off at a low breaking pitch, but went around on it. And there's 2 down in the inning, and there's the first strikeout of the game for Tommy John. Here in the 6th, John gets Hostetler, and now Larry Parrish will be the batter. Pitches down low to Parrish, 1 ball and no strikes. Yankees leading 8-2, second game of the doubleheader. A win for the Yankees here would put them up on 500 once again, 1 up. Presently, they're 53-53. And it would give them the season series against the Rangers. Right now, they lead in the series 6-5. Here's a blast hit to left center. This won't be caught. It is way back there, and it's going to be off the fence, over the fence on 1 hop. A ground rule double for Larry Parrish. Boy, he kissed that one. And the 2-bagger will be hit number 6 in the game for the Texas team. That's his second hit of the game. It's the 3rd double by the Rangers. Grubb and Stein have 2-baggers, and now Parrish picks up his 2-base hit here. At second base, Larry Parrish and the batter, Lamar Johnson. Out on a fine running catch by Oscar Gamble in right field in the second inning, and then bounced out third to first his last time up in the fourth inning. Right-handed hitter, he's serving as the designated hitter, swings and bounces one on the left side. Nettles to his left and has it. His throw to first in time. Johnson is out, and the Rangers are down in the sixth. For Texas in the sixth inning, no runs, a hit. They leave one. They've now stranded 4 in the game, and at the end of 5.5, second game of the doubleheader, Yankees 8 and the Rangers 2.
I'm Tim Pearson. Like most Canadian lumberjacks, my weeks are spent getting trees to the mill. Weekends, spend them in town with a few Labatt's. You know, Labatt's is the top-selling beer in Canada. Word is you can get it now. Tell you what, you throw down a Labatt's and I'll give you the word from the north. Timber!
Labatt's beer is first in Canada. We first taste to tell you why. Now Labatt's is here in America. Why don't you give Labatt's a try?
Labatt Importers, Amherst, New York.
I love New York.
If we want visitors to love New York, show them New York loves you. Last year, over 50 million visitors sang I Love New York to the tune of $9.3 billion. That's a lot of love. Visitors make up New York's second largest industry, which makes every one of them important to our state's economy and important to every one of us. You and I are the professional hosts for all of these people. To get love, you've got to give love. So let's...
All right, we go to the bottom of the sixth inning, and Rodney Scott to lead it off against John Matlack, the second Rangers pitcher to work in the game. Dave Schmidt started, and Scott is 1 ball and 1 strike. Rodney is 0 for 2, but he scored a run. He walked in the second inning and came around to score on the double by Oscar Gamble. Here's the strike, and it's 1-2 to Rodney Scott. The announcement from Irv Kays and the Yankees Public Relations Department that Willie Randolph is being rested for the doubleheader here today. And the pitch inside 2-2. And that's the reason that he has not seen action as yet at second base. Scott is... All right, we go to the bottom of the sixth inning, and Rodney Scott to lead it off against John Matlack, the second Rangers pitcher to work in the game. Dave Schmidt started, and Scott is 1 ball and 1 strike. Rodney is 0 for 2, but he scored a run. He walked in the second inning and came around to score on the double by Oscar Gamble. Here's the strike, and it's 1-2 to Rodney Scott. The announcement from Irv Kays and the Yankees Public Relations Department that Willie Randolph is being rested for the doubleheader here today. And the pitch inside 2-2. And that's the reason that he has not seen action as yet at second base. Scott has played both games. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Matlack, he came out in the second inning, working here in the sixth. To Scott, the leadoff batter, and the pitch. Bouncer on the left side. Stein is to his left and has it. Throws to first to retire Scott. Oscar Gamble will be the batter. Well, Oscar's having a great second game. As far as he's tripled in a run, doubled in 2, and walked. So he's 2 for 2 offensively. Defensively, he made a fine running catch to rob Lamar Johnson of a hit in the second inning. And he made a super throw from deep right field in the corner. Get Bill Stein, who's trying to stretch a double to a triple. Pitch is in there for a strike to Oscar, and it is no balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. Check swing and a foul. This one bouncing out in front of home plate. 2 strikes to count now to Gamble. Well, John Mayberry unloading with a 3-run homer to give the Yankees the 8-2 lead after the Yankees had built a 5-2 margin. That's where we stand at the moment. We're in the bottom of the 6th. There's 1 down, nobody on, and Gamble batting at 2 strikes. Left-hander Matlack taking his time. Now he's ready. And to the line, here's the 0-2 delivery. Just a little bit low, and 1-2 the count. Outfield is pulled around, especially center fielder George Wright for the left-handed hitting Oscar Gamble. Curve low, and 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rangers won the opener 6-4. Yankees are leading here in the nightcap by an 8-2 count. And the pitch. Sliced foul. This one is off to the left, and the count holding at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gamble. Rangers move on to Cleveland Milwaukee for a 3-game series with the Brewers before they get home. 2-2 in the line by Matlack, and the pitch to Gamble. Line towards short, 1 hop to Tolleson. He made a good play, and they didn't get it. Safe at first, Gamble. He has his 3rd hit of the game. Infield single. Now Bill White, Tolleson did about all he could do with that ball, playing it defensively, and his throw just wasn't in time.
Like he might have gotten it with the bare hand and made a quick throw, a strong throw, but Gamble can run well. I think that's a part of Gamble's abilities that might be forgotten. He runs well. In fact, I think in the 40-yard dash down at Fort Lauderdale this year, Gamble was right behind Bobby Brown.
Gamble showed his speed in the first inning when his triple, which was really a base hit in front of Parrish and then skipped behind Parrish. Oscar had that play in front of him, and he turned down the burners to reach 3rd with a 3-bagger. Here's Winfield now with the runner at first and 1 away. Curve is in, strike 1, no balls and 1 strike. Yankees are leading 8-2, and they've now have 9 hits on the board. Gamble's 3rd hit of the game. The infield single, the 9th for New York. Set by Matlack to look to the runner Gamble at first. He doesn't have a big lead, and the pitch. Winfield swings and flies one deep down the left field line. It'll curve and come off the facing of the upper deck, but a foul ball, and it's 2 strikes now today. Winfield was out on a line drive to 3rd baseman Bill Stein his last time up. Stein made a dandy defensive play. Backhanded stab that took away an extra base hit from Winfield. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Sacrifice line and RBI in the 1st inning. An intentional walk in the 2nd, and then the line out his last time up in the 4th. Now the set and the pitch. Little looper hit into right center. It's going to drop for a hit. Gamble will hold at second base. Parrish plays the ball. And the Yankees have 2 on with 1 down, and Graig Nettles will be the batter. Nettles stepping in at 0 for 2. He walked in the 1st inning. He was the first batter that Matlack faced in the 2nd inning, and he grounded out pitcher to 1st, and then he struck out on the 6th. Smalley moves to the on-deck circle. The Yankees now with 10 hits in the game, 5 off of Matlack and 5 off of starter Dave Schmidt. Well, Milwaukee has won 7-6, and Boston has won 12-6. Baltimore and Kansas City are tied 6-6 in the 9th inning. One strike to count to Nettles. A fastball on the inside corner is in. Matlack sets now, looks to Gamble at second, and here's the pitch. Inside a ball. Checking to see if Nettles went around on the pitch, but he held off, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Winfield is behind Gamble at first base. Yankees base runners here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Now Toronto won the first game of the doubleheader against the Tigers 7-4. They lead in the nightcap 3-0 after 3. And Oakland beat Minnesota by a 5-2 score. Cubs rallied and beat the Phillies 8-5. They swept that series from Philadelphia. Pittsburgh beat New York 4-1. Swinging and a foul, backing out of play. St. Louis was a winner. Montreal was a winner over St. Louis. tightens things up a little bit more in the National League East. Pittsburgh is 2 out, and Montreal's 3 out. And St. Louis and Philadelphia remain in that virtual tie. Both teams are 12 over 500. Here's the pitch to Nettles outside. A ball, 2-2 the count. L.A. ahead of Atlanta in the early goings of their game at Dodger Stadium by a 1-0 score. Here's a high pop into shallow left. Grubb is on, and Tolleson is out. It's going to be Johnny Grubb toward the foul line. He makes the running catch for the out. The runners hold. There's 2 down in the inning, and the batter is going to be Roy Smalley. And before he steps in, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankees Baseball Network.
Hi, this is WLVL Sports Director Michael Cusale. Join me weekday afternoons for complete sports at 3, 4, and 5 p.m. on WLVL Lockport, the spirit of Niagara.
All right, here's Smalley, right-handed batting against the left-hander Matlack. The Dodgers beat the Braves today. They'd be 1.5 games out, tied in the win column and 3 out in the loss column. Less than 2 weeks ago, the Dodgers were 10.5 games behind the Atlanta Braves. And the pitch. Curve is high. 1 ball and no strikes. The count to Roy Smalley. Houston leads San Francisco 2-1 in the first game of their doubleheader at Candlestick. And the Giants have suddenly come alive. They've won 5 in a row. Foul to the right, not a play. And it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count to Roy Smalley. San Diego leading Cincinnati. If they win, they could come to within 3 games of the Atlanta Braves. Matlack to Smalley. Curve popped up, foul, and reaching back on the netting for a strike 2 count to Roy. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, here in the second game, the Yankees 2 runs in the first inning, 3 in the second, and 3 more in the fifth for the 8 count. The Rangers have single runs in the second and third innings for their 2 count. 8-2, Yankees leading, 2 on, 2 away. Gamble at second, Winfield at first. Foul back, and still the 2-2 count, or 1-2 count to Roy Smalley. Matlack working to Smalley. Gamble reached with a single to deep short, and Winfield singled into right center. And the pitch. Low for a ball. 2-2 the count now to Roy Smalley. Now Matlack ready as he sets. And here's the 2-2 delivery. Foul back, and still alive at 2-2 is Roy Smalley. Well, the Yankees hits today, 3 for Collins, and 3 for Gamble, and 1 each for Winfield, Griffey, Mayberry, and Foote. Collins just missed a 4th at his last time up when he lined out to third baseman Bill Stein. 2-2 delivery. Swing and a line drive foul. This one past the Rangers dugout on the left, and still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yankees are batting in the home half of the 6th inning, ahead of the Rangers at 8-2. Ready now is the left-hander Matlack. Sets and pitches. Line drive, right field, base hit, falling in front of Parrish. Gamble is going to be held up as Parrish's throw is a strong one into home plate. Now Winfield is hung up between second and third. Throw back to third. Gamble is out and the inning is over. Well, that'll be scored 2-5. And as Winfield got hung up between second and third. Gamble then waiting to see what Winfield was going to do, and an alert play by Don Werner, the catcher, as they throw out Gamble, trying to get back to third base and out on a 2-5 scoring play. So for the Yankees in the sixth inning, no runs, 3 hits, and they leave 2. At the end of 6 full, it's the Yankees 8 and the Rangers 2.
Hi, everybody. I'm Phil Rizzuto.
And I'm Bill White.
Inviting you to join the team.
Tell them how easy it is, Phil.
Well, William, all you have to do is buy a Yankee hat and you join the great team that's going to bat for Ronald McDonald House. Because when you buy your Yankee hat at McDonald's for $1.79, McDonald's contributes 50 cents to the Ronald McDonald House.
And every Yankee hat you buy does a world of good because Ronald McDonald House is a home away from home for a lot of kids while they're being treated for leukemia and other serious illnesses.
It's unbelievable, but that Yankee hat sure looks good on you, William.
It looks good on everybody, Phil.
So come on, Yankee fans, show your support. When you join the team, you can help make the home run for the kids at Ronald McDonald House.
Hey, you Huckleberry, since when did you learn how to hit home runs?
Well, I never have, but I know about Yankee hats. They're only $1.79, and one size fits all. At participating McDonald's in New York, New Jersey, and Fairfield counties while they last.
You know, it's no secret that where dirt can really damage your car is on the inside and the engine. That's why you need AC's dirt-fighting oil and air filters. At Aid Auto Stores, they call AC filters one hard-working solution to internal pollution. Dirt-fighting AC oil filters have a rugged filtering material that helps filter out dirt and keep your engine clean. AC air filters are designed to include an oil-wetted filtering element to help promote dirt-holding capacity. Help protect your car's performance. Get dirt-fighting AC filters at Aid Auto Stores with convenient locations throughout the metropolitan area.
All right, the Rangers will be batting here in the 7th inning. And leading it off for Texas will be the second baseman, Mike Richardt. Tommy John has gone all the way into the line on the pitch. Strike on the inside corner at the knees, and no balls and 1 strike to count. Make it 0-2. It's 0-2 now to Richardt. That was the second strike pitch. And here is the 0-2 delivery, down low, and 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch inside, 2-2 the count now to Richardt. 1 for 2 in the game. He singled to left his last time up and bounced out to the second baseman, Rodney Scott, in the second inning. 2-2 pitch, line to second, off the glove of Scott, and it'll deflect into center field. Picked up by Griffey, and it is going to be a single for Richardt to start things off. Well, Rodney couldn't hold that one, and it is off his glove into center field. Now the batter will be Wayne Tolleson, the shortstop. 0 for 2 in the game. And the pitch is in for a strike, and it is no balls and 1 strike to count. Rangers now have 7 hits in the game off Tommy John. The 2 runs, only 1 is earned. Strike called to Tolleson, and 1 ball and 1 strike. Don Werner will be next. Tommy John facing the bottom third of the Rangers order. And the pitch wide. 1-2. The Yankees win this game and capture the season series of the Rangers at 7-5. Texas still be looking for their first series win against the Yankees. Bouncer deep third. Nettles backhands it to second one. Relay to first. Not in time. Good play by Graig Nettles as he had to go behind third base. They get the force on Richardt. 5-4, and the relay for the double play attempt is just a little bit late. Tolleson has reached. Now here's Don Werner, the Rangers catcher. Texas has never won a season series from the Yankees. Pitch is in there for a strike to Werner, and it is no balls and 1 strike to count. Right back, Tommy John, wide and 1-1. Last year, the Yankees won 5 of 9 games that were played between the two teams. is the 11th year of the Rangers in Texas. They moved from Washington to Texas. Pitch is fouled back to the screen, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Werner, a journeyman catcher and a very good backup to Johnny Bench during Johnny Bench's heyday with the Cincinnati Reds. Drifted into the Texas organization and was down on their Denver farm, Wichita farm last year, and now he's the backup catcher to Sundberg here. Foul back and out of play, and 1-2 the count. One away, one on. Rangers batting in the top of the 7th, trailing in the game 8-2. John sets and pitches. Bouncer shortstop way. Let's see if it's 2. Smalley to right. Scott 1. Relay not in time to first. So the out at second base and the force on Tolleson. Werner will reach at first. And here's George Wright. Be a right-handed hitting center fielder. He's a switch hitter. He's into a real rut in his second game. He's bounced to the third baseman in the first, third, and fifth innings, and 0 for 3 in the game. Now the set, and John pitches, and Wright takes it low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes.
Nettles has been busy this second game. He's got about 8 assists.
Now again the set and the pitch. Here's a high fly to center field. And Ken Griffey to his right and waiting. He's got it, and the inning is over. That's going to be all for the Rangers here in the 7th inning. Stretch time with Paul Richardson entertaining, and take me out to the ball game in the second game. In the middle of the 7th, the Yankees lead the Rangers 8-2.
Ed Taylor Lincoln Mercury Peugeot is celebrating the 8th anniversary this month with a gigantic sale on brand new and late model used cars. You'll find low prices on all prices from Lincoln to Lynx, and special prices on the recently acquired Peugeot line. Here's a good example. You can buy a brand new 1982 3-door Mercury Lynx with a 2-year factory maintenance warranty for only $54.09, including factory rebate. Don't miss this great anniversary sale at Ed Taylor Lincoln Mercury Peugeot, 3900 Maple Road across from the Boulevard Mall.
Miss Judy Collins.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
The flick of a cigarette, or one hot coal from a campfire, and America the Beautiful is America the Ugly.
A public service of this station, the Forest Service, USDA, your state foresters, and the Ad Council.
All right, here's the bottom of the 7th now, and the leadoff batter for the Yankees is Ken Griffey. Fouls the first pitch to the left and out of play, and it is no balls and 1 strike. Griffey has a hit and a run scored in 3 trips. Everybody in the Yankees order in the second game has hits, with the exception of Graig Nettles, who's 0 for 3, and Rodney Scott, who is 0 for 3. Up high ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's the 1-1 delivery to Griffey. Here's a blast hit to right field. Again, Parrish almost misjudges and has to come in to make the catch. And Griffey is going to be out for the Yankees' first out here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. John Mayberry will be the batter. He had a big 3-run homer, giving the Yankees an 8-2 lead. Griffey retired on the fly to right. Home run for Mayberry was his 8th of the season, but only his 2nd here at Yankee Stadium. He had one here at the stadium on the 4th of June against Kansas City and Dan Quisenberry. Here's the wind by Matlack, and the pitch to Mayberry. Well, he hits another blast, but this one is going to be caught in center. Again, it's misjudged, and it's going to drop in. How about that? Wright went way back, and Mayberry's going to get a double as he totally misjudged the ball. What happened there, Bill? Because that...
Well, he's looking up in the sun. The sun's going down behind us, John. He's looking up into the sun also, probably some light shirts upstairs. And he had to have lost that ball, and when he saw it coming in, he couldn't get to it after he finally found it.
Yeah, I kind of picked up with the crowd. They reacted like it was going to be a much deeper ball than it really was, and it ended up being a little pop into shallow right center that Wright dropped back on and had to come in on in a hurry, and he didn't get to it in time. Parrish tried to recover for Wright, but he missed it too, and it drops in. So Mayberry has a bloop double, and now Barry Foote will be the batter. That's number 2 in the game in the hits column for Mayberry, and the Yankees now have a total of 12 in the game. Fly to left. Let's see how Grubb does with this one. Comes in and makes a catch. And Rangers outfield, who's having trouble with fly balls here in the 7th inning. Now Barry Foote retired as he's out on a pitch.
Well, Terry Crowley's not having any trouble in Baltimore. Crowley hit a grand slam home run in the 9th inning. And Baltimore beat Kansas City 10-6. Crowley's 3rd home run of the year. Crowley's parents, of course, live over in Staten Island, so they're probably either down there in Baltimore or listening to our broadcast of this Yankee-Texas game. Anyway, Crowley's a happy out on Staten Island.
That's a big win for Baltimore. It allows them to keep pace with Milwaukee and Boston. They both won today, and the Birds are still 4 out in the American League Eastern Division standings. 4 behind Milwaukee and a game and a half behind Boston. Here's Collins bidding for a 4-hit game. Single in the first, single in the second. He drove in a run, and a single in the 4th. Lined out last time up. Here's the set now, and the pitch. Down low and inside, and it is 2 balls and no strikes. Dave 0 for 5 in the opener. Had 3 hits yesterday. Now the set and the 2-0 delivery. Wide. 3 balls and no strikes. Collins had a couple of hits in the opening game and had a hit in the Friday night game. So the first game of the doubleheader is the only one that he's been collared in. Takes a strike and 3 balls and 1 strike to count to Dave Collins. Mayberry at second with 2 away. Yankees batting in the bottom of the 7th inning and leading 8-2 over the Rangers. And the pitch inside, ball 4. Well, perhaps Dave will get another at bat. We'll have to wait and see in the 8th inning. Hopefully the Yankees won't be batting in the 9th, and he might get another crack at that 4-hit game. Here's Rodney Scott now, who's hitless in 3 trips. The walk by Matlack is the 3rd that he's given up. Schmidt started, worked only an inning and 2/3. Matlack has been on since the 2nd inning. Now the set to look by the left-hander, and here's the pitch to Scott. Loops one to shallow right. Back on the outfield grass is second baseman Richardt. He makes the grab for the out. Scott retired, and the Yankees are down in the 7th inning. No runs a hit. They leave 2. And through 7 at Yankee Stadium, second game of the doubleheader. Yankees 8 and the Rangers 2.
Eastern Airlines, with more than 50 years of experience serving North America, has spread its wings to become the leader to all the Americas. No other airline can connect you with more cities between the American continents. For example, Eastern offers daily wide-body service from New York to 11 cities in 8 Latin American countries, including non-stop flights to Panama City, plus through service to such major centers as Bogota, Lima, Quito, and Santiago. And wherever you go, whenever you go, take along the American Express card. It's the quick, convenient way to charge your Eastern ticket. Plus, you'll find the American Express card is welcome for almost all your other travel and entertainment needs wherever you go. The American Express card. Don't leave home without it. For full details on Eastern service throughout the Americas or for reservations, call your travel agent or Eastern Airlines.
Anheuser-Busch, our brewmasters face this challenge. Brew a light beer with a clean, distinctive taste, one made from the best ingredients and beechwood aging. Budweiser Light lives up to the challenge.
Bring out your best Budweiser Light. Bring out your best Budweiser Light.
The best never comes easy. That's why there's nothing else like it.
Budweiser Light.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Well, we go to the top half of the 8th inning. A couple of more opportunities for the Rangers as we get late in the game. They trail 8-2. And the leadoff batter is going to be Johnny Grubb, who's having a good day against Tommy John. Here to tell you about it is Bill White.
All right, first pitch to Johnny Grubb is a called strike. Grubb has a double and a home run. He's also fly to left, so he's 2 for 3. Curveball is outside, 1-1. Grubb batting .301. Yankees 8 runs on 12 hits. Rangers 2 runs on 7. Each team has made an error in this ball game. Curveball is in a called strike. A ball and 2 strikes on Grubb. We checked Graig Nettles' stats, and he has 9 assists in this ball game. He's been busy. Sinker's low. It's 2-2. Grubb, Stein, and Hostetler against Tommy John. John's 2-2 delivery. Bounce foul outside of first base. That'll go in and out of the seats. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Johnny Grubb. John gets new baseball. He rocks. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curve hit in the air, left center field. Dave Winfield will not get it. It'll go to the wall. Grubb around first base, going for 2, and he'll round third. He'll pull up at third base with a triple. So Grubb finds a gap in left center field, deep left center field, and he triples. Ball got away from Tommy John on the throw-in, but Barry put back John up. So Johnny Grubb, as you mentioned, John Gordon continues his hot hitting here against Tommy John.
Well, he got a double, a triple, and a homer. And he flied to left, the only time John's been able to retire. Yeah, it's kind of, I guess, funny or amazing the way that the left-handed hitters have been hitting Tommy John of late. Remember, we remarked about that in John's last outing.
Here's Bill Stein, 1 for 3, and takes outside, ball 1. Stein doubled to right in the third, was cut down, trying to stretch it into a triple on a fine throw by Oscar Gamble. That pitch misses outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes on Stein. Yankees lead 8-2, top of the 8th. Johnny Grubb at third base with the leadoff triple. Pitch to Stein. Hit foul, upper deck right side. That'll be out of play. 2-1. John's 2-1 pitch to Bill Stein. Line, base hit left center. Over quickly, Ken Griffey. He'll get it in as Grubb scores easily from third base. And the Yankees now lead 8-3. And that'll get the Yankee bullpen busy. Dave Roche gets up. Here's Dave Hostetler, the first baseman, 0 for 3 in this ball game. Hostetler set a new Texas Ranger rookie home run record in the 6th inning of the first game when he hit his 19th. Rawley with the loss. There's a strike. It's 1-1 on Hostetler. Danny Darwin picking up the win. Rudy May giving up the home run. But the 5th run, the winning run, was charged to Shane Rawley. Fastball is outside, 2 balls and a strike on Hostetler.
Well, the Texas record for most home runs in a season is 30, Jeff Burroughs. And Bobby Bonds had 31, but he had 29 with Texas and 2 with Chicago, so Burroughs has the record. Do you think Hostetler will set it this year or not?
Pitch outside. I don't know. What you asking? Have him
That's
on your
right.
post-game show and ask him.
He's got 19 now. Be something if he did set it, as he didn't start the season with the Texas Ball Club and missed, I would say, a third of the games.
3-1 pitch is on the ground. Nettles to his left. He digs it up to second. There's one. Back to first. No! They just missed him at first base. They get the force at second. 5-4. throw was just a little bit late. So Hostetler on at first with a fielder's choice. And one away. That depends, I think, on a lot of things, where they play. Of course, where the Rangers play the rest of the season. It's not easy to hit home runs at Arlington Stadium, although the ball seems to be carrying a little bit better now than it did when Burroughs was there. One of the reasons Burroughs didn't want to play there, the ball didn't carry well enough for him.
Mark Holtz, who is a broadcaster with the Rangers, made a good point. And as you bring up the question, they have a lot of games left with Minnesota and with Seattle, at Minnesota and at Seattle. Those are home run ballparks. So if he can get hot or remain hot like he's been, he might have a shot at hitting 30 home runs.
Larry Parrish takes outside ball one. He had singled and doubled in 3 trips. Collins playing behind Hostetler at first base. And John's pitch, check swing, called strike as he just foul tipped it. And it also got the tip of Barry Foote's fingers. So it's a ball and a strike on Parrish. Yankees leading 8-3, top of the 8th.
There's a note in the notes on the Texas Rangers today. Said of Hostetler, if he had been with a season and he would remain at the pace that he has right now, that he would hit 48 home runs if he played all 162 games, which of course would really be something. He might even challenge Ken Hrbek for Rookie of the Year honors in the American League. Not that Hrbek is a cinch to get it, but he's the front-running candidate right now.
Pitch to Parrish is high. It's 2-1. Well, Tom Brunansky is having a pretty good year also with the Twins. Check swing high. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike on Parrish. Now a right-hander, Goose Gossage, joins Dave LaRoche in the Yankee bullpen. They're throwing hard behind Tommy John. John sets. He checks the runner at first. That's Hostetler. And the pitch is high. Ball 4. Clyde King now bouncing out of the Yankee dugout. Hostetler goes down to second base. Parrish is at first. There's one away, and King wastes no time at all. He wants looks like he wanted the left-hander. Yeah, he's given the sign for the left-hander. That'll be Dave LaRoche. So there's a break in the action here in the 8th inning. Yankees 8, Rangers 3.
Radial tires, $800 a set. Electronic ignition, $200. Improving an economy car's driving performance can be an expensive proposition. High-performance exhaust system, $150. Fuel injection, $250. Turbocharging, $1,800. But you may not have to spend your money upgrading with expensive car parts if you can upgrade with an economical gasoline. Like new Getty Unleaded Plus. Introducing the unleaded gasoline that helps your car get premium performance at regular prices. It helps relieve knocks, pings, and the strain on your wallet. Next time you need a fill-up, take your cap off to Getty. New Unleaded Plus. Our high-octane unleaded gasoline. A luxury every economy-minded driver can afford. New Getty Unleaded Plus. Unleaded Plus may not be available at some stations.
October 2nd, 1978, the Yankees were at Boston Fenway Park having it out with the Red Sox in a special playoff for the division championship. It was the top of the 7th, and New York had 2 men on base. The score, Boston 2, Yankees nothing. And with 2 outs, it didn't look good, fans. We had been 14 games behind on July 4th, and we needed a small miracle. And that miracle's just what we got.
Deep to left. It's a home run. A 3-run home run for Buffington. The Yankees
Took them up in Boston, I'll tell you, but not in New York. We won the World Series for the 2nd year in a row that time, our 22nd, a record unparalleled in sports history. Why, performing miracles like that has been the Yankee stock in trade for 5 decades. So come up to Yankee Stadium this season and watch another small miracle. Remember, we're the New York Yankees. We perform miracles.
Well, the fans here just finished giving Tommy John a prolonged ovation until he returned to the field. And here's Rowe's first pitch to Lamar Johnson. Tommy John left, threw both hands up in the air, waved his cap at the fans, and they gave him about a minute and a half ovation and made him come back on the field. He came back out and got another ovation. This ball's hit in the left center. Dave Winfield on the run, still going, and he'll get there. Dave Winfield with a one-handed catch in deep left center. Tagging at second base and going to third is Dave Hostetler, and they're 2 outs. We'll take 10 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankee Baseball Network.
You're listening to New York Yankees baseball on your Yankee station on the Niagara Frontier, 1340 WLVL Lockport.
Batter now is Mike Richardt, the second baseman. He's bounced to a second, singled twice, 2 for 3. Of course, these fans here are probably reading the papers, and they think maybe Tommy John might have made his last appearance as a Yankee. Well, they called him back for an encore. He came out, tipped his hat again. Pitches high to Mike Richardt, ball 1. Lawler Roach sets and deals. Fastball line, base hit over Nettles' head out to left field. Hostetler will score, and Parrish will hold at second base, and the Yankees now lead 8-4 over the Rangers. Mike Richardt picks up his third base hit, all singles. Here's Wayne Tolleson, the shortstop.
All right, we're pleased to announce Yankee ticket winners of the Martin Brothers Tailored American Pride Sweepstakes, Steve Steinberg and John Brenton, both from White Plains, New York. Excuse me, John Bruton, B-R-E-W-T-O-N.
Tollison's gotten on an error. He's also bounced to third and forced a runner. He's 0 for 3. He's in right-handed. And the pitch. Fastball is a called strike. That run charged to Tommy John's record. Larry Parrish down at second base is also the responsibility of Tommy John. And that pitch is high, 1-1 to Tolleson. He's batting 0-56. Hasn't been up that often. LaRoche with the 1-1 pitch. Curveball inside, 2 balls and a strike as Tolleson spins out of the way. Yankees trying for a split in this doubleheader against the pesky Texas Rangers. Now the set. 2-1 pitch. Fastball is popped up. The second baseman, Rodney Scott, out behind first base on the grass, makes the catch. That'll retire the side. Texas pick up 2 more runs on 3 base hits. They leave 2 men on base. And at the end of 7 1/2 innings of play, the Yankees 8, the Rangers 2. Well, Oscar Gamble will lead off for the Yankees in the bottom of the 8th. Yankees lead 8-4. He swings on the first pitch. High fly ball down the right field line. Over there is the second baseman, and caught by the second baseman, Mike Richardt. Richardt over near the line, just in the bend down the right side. As the wind caught that ball, it was going foul, brought it back into fair territory. And Richardt made a tumbling catch out in short right field for the first out. Here's Dave Winfield. Winfield drove into the Yankees' second run of the ball game in the first inning with a sacrifice fly. He was intensely passed in the second inning. Lined hard to third base in the 4th and got a looping single into right center field in the 6th. So Winfield is 1 for 2 with a run batted in. Winfield now has 66 RBIs for the year. Here's Matlack's first pitch to Dave Winfield. Fastball is a called strike. Well, the Red Sox have beat the White Sox 12-6. That's the final. Baltimore has beaten Kansas City at 10-6. A grand slam home run by Terry Crowley in the 9th inning won that game for Baltimore. Milwaukee edged Cleveland 7-6. All those finals. Winfield hits one through the left side, base hit. And Dave will hold at first base with his second single of the ball game. And the batter now is Graig Nettles. Base hit number 13 for the Yankees. Oakland beat Minnesota 5-2. That's another final. In the first of 2, Toronto over Detroit 7-4. Second game in the 5th inning, Toronto leading 3-1 as they're trying to sweep the Tigers. California playing at Seattle later on tonight. National League final, Pittsburgh 4, Mets 1. Cubs beat the Phillies 8-5. Nettles takes the curve wide, ball 1. Houston leading San Francisco 2-1. That ball game in the 9th inning. And now it's over. San Francisco scored 2 runs in the bottom half of the 9th. And they beat Houston 3-2. 1-0 to Nettles. Line back up the middle and through bases. And Winfield around second base. He's going to gamble and he's going to be out. Perfect throw by the center fielder, George Wright. Winfield, they had him by 10 feet. So there are 2 outs. That put out on that fine throw from George Wright, 8-5. So give Nettles a single, and he goes to second base on the throw. And there are 2 outs now for Roy Smalley. And the fans give Dave Winfield a hand for hustling as he goes back to the Yankee dugout. George Wright, who plays a shallow center field, threw a strike on the fly to his third baseman, Bill Stein. They had Winfield by plenty. Now the pitch to Smalley. Too low, ball 1. Nettles off second. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Smalley. Hit the right field. Coming on is Parrish. He's right there. Makes the catch. That'll retire the side. Yankees, no runs, 2 hits, and they leave 1 man on base. We have played 8 with the score. The Yankees 8, the Rangers 4. Jim Sundberg pinch hitting for Don Werner, leading off for the Rangers in the 9th inning. The first pitch was too low, ball 1. LaRoche with the next delivery. A fastball, it's too high. It's ball 2. Yankees 8, Rangers 4. Top of the 9th. Yankees trying for a split of this doubleheader. Here's a 2-0 pitch to Sundberg. And it's low, ball 3. .3-0 delivery. Called strike, 3-1. LaRoche working quickly. A fastball is a called strike 2. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes on Jim Sundberg. And the 3-2 pitch. Hit in the air, left center field. On the run is Griffey, still going. Ken now there makes the catch. Ken Griffey with a long run in left center. And there's 1 away. Griffey giving Jerry Mumphrey a rest in the second game out in center field. Batter now is George Wright, the Rangers center fielder, who made a strong throw that cut down Dave Winfield, trying to go from first to third in the bottom of the last inning. Wright's 0 for 4 in this game, and he takes low, ball 1. He's bounced to third 3 times and flied to center once. Here's LaRoche with the 1-0 pitch to Wright. Fastball high. It's 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0 pitch. Taken for a strike, 2-1. Well, LaRoche went 3 balls, no strikes on Sundberg before getting him on a fly to Griffey in left center. Now the 2-1 to Wright. Hit on the ground, 1 hopper over Smalley's head out to left field. Bad hop on Smalley. Winfield will get the ball in, and Wright will hold it first with his first hit, and the Rangers 11th in this ball game. There's Johnny Grubb. Johnny Grubb has a chance to hit for the cycle here. He doubled in the first inning, hit a homer off John in the third, flied to left center in the 5th, and hit a triple, probably the toughest of all the base hits to get in the cycle. Hit that in the 8th inning. Single here will be a cycle for Johnny Grubb. Collins playing behind the base runner right at first. And the pitch is fouled back. Strike 1. Montreal beat the Cardinals 2-1. That's the final. San Diego beat Cincinnati 3-1. That's another final. Dodgers leading Atlanta 1-0 in the 7th inning. A ball game out in L.A. Dodgers really red hot. Here's a one-strike pitch to Grubb. Line right center field. Gamble over there. Can't make it. It'll get banged. Right around second base. He'll go to third. And they're going to wave him home. And holding at second base with a double is Johnny Grubb. And the Yankees now lead 8-5. And that's the first run that LaRoche has given up in about 26 innings. Two-base hit for Johnny Grubb. And now Clyde King comes out, and we're going to get the Goose. King, when he comes out of the dugout, he comes out pointing. He doesn't give the pitcher or the catcher a chance to talk him out of a decision he might have made beforehand. He leaves the dugout, takes 3 steps, pointing to Gossage, and the Goose will be on to pitch to a Bill Stein or a pinch hitter. But a runner down at second base and one away. And the Yankees leading 8-5, and LaRoche gets the hand as he leads. Well, a group of fans under sing, trying to start a chant of "We Want Bucky" as Goose is out throwing. Goose will be pitching to Bill Stein with the runner down at second base and one away in the 9th inning. And the Yankees leading by 3 now. So the Goose has a chance to pick up a save. It would be his 21st. Now Johnny Grubb has 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run. 2 runs batted in now. He's off second base. And the pitch to Stein is swung on and missed. Stein is flied out, double, bounced out, and single. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes on Stein. Gossage making his 44th relief appearance for the Yankees. He's won 4, lost 4, and he has 20 saves. And the fastball is outside, knocked down and blocked by Foote. 1-2. Goose has struck out 82 in 75 innings. Grubb walks off second with 1 away. Gossage set. The 1-2 to Stein. High, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled back to the screen. On deck is Dave Hostetler, the first baseman. Attendance in this doubleheader, 33,421. Swing and a miss. Bill Stein goes down on strikes, and there's 1 away. Gossage comes on and strikes out Stein. That's his 83rd strikeout this year. He's pitching in his 76th inning, and here's Dave Hostetler, the big first baseman. He's 0 for 4 in the game. Scored a run after forcing a runner in the 8th inning. Hostetler's a right-handed hitter. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. No balls and a strike. 2 outs. Grubb down at second. Gossage trying to nail this victory down for the Yankees to enable them to split this doubleheader with the Rangers. Rangers won the opener 6-4. The 1-strike pitch is high. It's 1-1. Grubb off second. Gossage not paying him too much attention. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Hostetler went after a fastball up and out of the strike zone. 1-2. The Yankee fans get on their feet. They're clapping for Gossage. They want a strikeout here. And they're saying Goose. Here's a set by the Goose. 1-2 pitch. Check swing high. 2-2. Gossage is ready. He's at the belt and the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Dave Hostetler. gets the new baseball, goes to the rosin bag, and slams it down. Waits on Hostetler to get in the batter's box. Rules bends for it for Stein. Now he's set. Stand the 2-2 pitch. That foul tip in and out of the glove of Barry Foote. It was a check swing by Hostetler. Well, the count remains 2-2. Ready. 2-2 pitch. Curveball just missed inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck is Larry Parrish. Hostetler out of the box. Now he's back in. Gossie's ready. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. The ball game is over. Gossie comes on here in the 9th inning. With the runner at second base, Yankees leading by 3. Strikes out Stein, strikes out Hostetler, and that's the ball game. Final score here in the second game: the Yankees 8,